Yay! Hi.
Hey guys, this is Metroid Prime Pinball. Let me explain a few things before we start. So Metroid Prime Pinball is the least predictable game in our repertoire here, partially because it's a pinball game, and it might be a really fun pinball game, but at the end of the day it's still pinball, and pinball is shenanigans filled. But basically you need to beat this game in one shot. There's no save points. You need to beat 2 bosses, collect 12 artifacts, defeat Ridley at the Artifact Temple, and then go beat Metroid Prime, because this game is a retelling of the original Metroid Prime, except in pinball form. It's very fun if you're not trying to actively beat it.
Which is what we're doing.
And what we are doing is actively trying to beat it. So that's what I'm going to be doing here today. It turns out that 30-minute estimate is probably wrong, because it turns out we are super duper ahead of schedule. So I'm going to be playing this until either I get so sick of this game I can't stand it anymore and can't beat it, or I beat it. If I can't stand it anymore, then instead what we're going to do is we're going to do a table exhibition where I'm going to get to show you all the tables that I didn't get to show you because pinball shenanigans most likely. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this game, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go.
I should put on my ball hat.
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing multi-mission. And we're going to be starting with, so there's 2 options to start with. You can either start with the Talon Overworld or the Pirate Frigate. And when you're first starting in the game, the Pirate Frigate is a nightmare, but once you get decent at the game, the Pirate Frigate is the preferred starting point. I would not consider myself a pinball wizard, but
there has to be a twist.
There has to be
Pinball
a
wizard's
twist.
got such a supple wrist.
You know it.
So you can lay bombs in this game,
Yes, you can, and you get missiles, and you get power bombs, and you get a health bar.
and it's pinball.
So I got the wall jump ready, so that's nice. So I can get potentially an easy artifact if I make that shot again. So I need to get 12 artifacts, and that's the hard part. The 2 bosses are actually fairly straightforward and simple. But getting the 12 artifacts is a pain, and that just used up my kickback over there, which is annoying. I didn't quite get that shot.
It's a Metroid.
It is.
Lock is lit.
I'm sorry.
Again, pinball.
How was that
It
mine?
happens. That was not your fault. That's not a good omen for this particular run.
Big
That's the
points.
least useful thing here.
Big money. Big prizes.
Like there's things like return your kickback, or give you that force field. There's that little lightning bar there.
I know that on the DS that you're playing on, there's like the space, which is the joint of the DS, and
Yes.
the pictures are accounting for that space, so it's really weird looking at the capture, because
Yeah,
it feels like
this-
there's like an inch that should be there.
This feels like a much more cohesive image on my DS.
Yeah.
In front of me.
This game, I suppose, is technically canon because it is just Metroid Prime. Although, I don't know if they ever refer to the time that Samus just beat a whole planet in nothing but the Morph Ball, but, you know.
No, that's because the canon is an actual constant speedrunner, which they are always in one ball mode because of the fastest way to travel.
Oh, I think I got an artifact? I think once I stop this combo, I get an artifact.
Is she
Alright.
talking to
Where's
us?
my artifact? There's basically a robot voice that talks to you.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, you go into these little shooting segments, which are generally pretty easy. The one on the other table is easier. This one is a little harder to extra time. You get hit 4 times and you lose, but if you kill all the enemies before then you get an artifact.
Yay!
Ta-da.
Man, I forgot how much I enjoy virtual pinball games.
It's fun, but again, as long as you're not actively trying to win.
I used to be real good at just like default computer games based pinball.
Like 3D Space Cadet Windows XP
Yes,
pinball.
yes, that one, that's specifically. I couldn't remember like the long form name. I was so good at it, and I loved its music so much.
The
And any time that we would lose internet, I would just play that.
Space Cadet was and is.
Yeah! And any time that we would lose internet, I would just play that. I also
Did you
used
know
to
that
play it
was-
on my dad's work computer, because I used to have to go while he closed up.
Did you-
I
Did you know that 3D Space Cadet Pinball was actually developed by Maxis? Yes, that Maxis.
Can you remind me what Maxis is?
The guys who did SimCity.
I am not surprised.
No. Yes, that Maxis. So that was try 1. The guys who did SimCity.
Try 2 will probably go better.
Try 2 will probably go better. That was actually a pretty garbage run.
Try 2 will probably go better.
I did not, no. The high score that I have total actually got on the plane ride down here, and that was over 15 million points. Generally, if you got over 5 million points, you probably beat the game on that run.
My dad used to take me to arcades when I was younger, and I didn't understand his love of pinball, but as I've gotten older, I've understood it. And I don't know why, I just know that I like pinball now a lot more than I did when I was a kid. Pinball, but as I've gotten older,
I like pinball a lot more before I had to grind it out to get ready for this marathon. I'll tell you that.
I remember seeing sort of pinball compilations for various consoles. Like, there's one on the Wii that was just recreations of actual pinball tables. And the thing about it that was sort of felt like kind of a waste to me is that the framing structure to play all these pinball games is a room. And like, you're in a video game, you could have anywhere could be where all these pinball tables
Kind of
are.
like
They
that
could be on the
Pac-Man
moon.
thing where you go into the room full of arcade tables.
Yeah, like, why is this just in a room? Like, this could be on the moon. This could be, underwater. This could be whatever.
Alright, so I switched all those bugs, that gets me an artifact. So there's holograms on the upper screen on the left. That one that looks like a space pirate right now. Those are each different challenges. Once I beat enough of them, then I get the ability to go to a different table. If I lose to one, then it just disappears, and I can't try it again unless I come back to the table later.
You forgot to meet the stream tab again.
What?
It's for the tech test.
So I got wall jump
You
again.
forgot to meet the stream.
This run's already going leaps and bounds better.
This doesn't look that hard.
No, that's like easy mode. That's pretty much the easiest type of artifact to get once you get to that point. But you need to go through a certain loop a few times in order to basically charge up the wall jump. And once you get the wall jump available, you go through it again, and then... Oops. And you play multi-ball. So you can actually, if you play things well on the multi-ball, then you can actually get an artifact from this too.
Is the incrementally lit up Samus above your score happening as you get more score or as you get more artifacts?
The Samus above is when you do a full loop, you get one more letter, and when that letter fills up, then you get to do one of the combat-ready things, which is like the streak back shootout that you shot.
Cool.
I have never been to the Pinball Museum in New Jersey. I have been to the one in New Hampshire.
We have one here?
Top Knot.
The Fun Spot, which is the world's largest arcade, also has a fairly extensive pinball selection.
I've never been to Fun Spot.
It's quite
It's
fun.
really good. I like it.
Yeah.
It is a fun spot. I have a tumbler that I won, like using the sort of points you get there.
Come on, extra
I'm
ball.
big into
Okay.
arcades, so I might find a way to not like it.
So is the start with this pinball table entirely elsewhere?
No, but that is definitely a massive bonus. So the challenges are a little harder if you don't have the concept basically of angling your shots than the other table. Like these space pirates will completely mess you up if you're not decent at hitting them because of those missiles, which will bounce you around randomly, and that's incredibly frustrating. And they are the cause of many shenanigan deaths. Like I just can't do anything right now until my ball lands. So I got one of them.
He's kind of dangerously close to a flipper. If I lived on a pinball table, I would not hang out next to the flipper.
Do these guys know they're on a pinball table?
Do you know you're on a pinball table?
That is the question.
Tilt.
The old philosophical question of how do we know we're not all on a pinball
Oh yeah, there is
table?
actually a tilt capability in this game. Guess how you do it?
Do you tilt the DS?
No, you swipe on the touchscreen in the direction you want to tilt, which is not great because your hands are kind of busy on the bumpers.
Yeah. Do
And the
the triggers do anything?
Yeah, the triggers are the flippers.
Oh, okay. I was
Tilting
thinking
is
that maybe.
pressing any button on the left side and pressing any button on the right.
That's true.
But those are real dumb controls.
Except for B, X, and Y, which are all different types of weapons.
I feel like they could have made like tilt be the thumbpad thing.
I would love it if the tilt was the D-pad. That'd be way better.
Pro strats, use your nose.
That sounds useful.
Fine,
Oh,
But
man.
don't tell again at 11 because he'll get jealous.
Oh, is Sterling too quiet on the mic right now?
Well, I don't
No,
really
no,
have
no.
any mics near me.
No, scream into the mic like how you tilt out.
Oh.
Tilt left, tilt left, tilt right. Is there like an anti-tilt mechanic where if you tilt too much, it will stop?
There is not. You can tilt as much as you want, but tilting requires quick reaction times on shots that you know are going to go down the hole, and that's kind of hard to do. Why did... Also, hurry up's really annoying because it locks you away from being able to do anything else, and unless you get it at 50,000 points, it's not really worth it, because it just gives you points. But if you get it at 50,000 points, which is your ball happened to be in the exact right spot for a hurry up shot, right when I called it, then you do get an artifact from that.
So are there more than 12 artifacts that you can collect?
No. Once you go beyond 12 artifacts, the things you collect from there are either extra balls or 50,000 point bonus things.
No, but I mean, are there more than 12 chances?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If I mess up one, I probably need to go to another table, but there are many other options.
So you're probably pretty close to getting to a second table at this point then, yeah?
Yeah, I just need to hit the hologram one more time to activate the Metroid Mania Bounty Challenge, and then...
The Metroid Mania Bounty Challenge! Bring your friends down to Fun Spot!
So the easiest way to actually deal with the Metroids is wait for them to grab you and then just drop a bomb, and then do that 3 times. So now that's an arrow on the hologram, which means that I can shoot there to actually go to the next table. It is pinball with bombs. Just trying to get it on the right flipper. That works too. Alright, let's fight a boss. Let's go to Phendrana Drifts and fight Thardus.
Yeah, alright. Oh, does the microphone have any input in this game at all?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, the microphone? Oh, no. The microphone has nothing in this game. This was actually a pretty early DS game. And you might actually remember that there was a whole swath of handheld pinball games that came out around the same time. There was like a Resident Evil pinball game that came out, and there was a Mario pinball game that came out. Yeah, there is, and it was for the DS, because people realized, oh, 2 screens, that's like the length of a pinball table, right?
And you have flippers.
And suddenly there was like 1 year where pinball games were the thing for DS games that were low effort.
Rock Monster.
Rock Monster!
And you have the power bomb now.
I didn't hear what you asked, Sarah, sorry.
Did they ever release Sonic Pinball?
No, but they totally should have. So Combat Ready does almost nothing here because I don't have the missiles yet.
Yep, power bomb.
I do have the power bomb, which means I can do that and take away half his health. Now roll at me. And then
Roll at
I
me,
could
bro.
do literally nothing about that. Thanks, Pinball.
Are those little knobs that you just went over? Do they have X's on them? Do they have anything to do with your X button?
No, those
Knobs?
are...
Those.
Oh, that's...
Those buttons that'll light up. If you light up all 4 of them, you can multiplier.
Okay, because I'm aware of like just lighting up things on a pinball table as an interactive thing, but I wasn't sure because they looked so much like a DS button.
Come on, I want that power bomb.
If maybe you
There we
could
go.
hit them and like bounce it back.
Game, give me my ball. Game.
Here's your ball.
Sometimes pinball's just pinball, and there's just nothing you can do about it. And that's why playing this game to win is frustrating. But I got an extra power bomb, so I can just go. Power bomb clears out or heavily damages bosses for everything that is on your half of the screen. So if you're on the top half, it kills anything small that's on the top half and damages anything bigger on the top half. And then if you're on the lower half, same thing for the lower half. Phase on mines, we gotta kill the Omega Pirate.
This isn't the order that Metroid Prime took place in at all.
No, and Magmore Caverns is actually the multiplayer table, and yes, there is multiplayer in this game. It's just a score attack. It's nothing super fancy. Although it's really hard to find actual like footage. There's like one video on YouTube with actual footage of it. Because who played the Metroid Prime Pinball multiplayer?
One guy, apparently.
One guy enough to get on YouTube, apparently.
I mean, really, we do have 2 copies of Pinball right now.
We do.
We could play multi-missions or wireless.
We could. If I end up beating this a lot faster than I expect, then maybe.
So you have some missiles now.
And now I don't, because I died. Because pinball. So, missiles, if you activate combat and you get on the platform, then you can shoot missiles, up to 4 of them, to whatever's on the screen. They generally home in on the boss if there is a boss. And those do a lot of damage. Combined, they probably do about as much damage as a power bomb if you hit all 4 of them. So I'm gonna show you guys the Talon overworld because you guys haven't seen that yet. This is the other table.
Ooh, it's pretty.
It is this is a cool table, and it seems like the easier table at first, but then you realize there's very few chances for your ball to actually get on the right-hand flipper, which you need for a lot of shots, especially for some of the missions here which require precise shots in rapid succession. Like this one. I hate this mission.
Oh, bro, yeah, this one's dumb. This one's real dumb.
Because basically you shoot your ball across an area, and then all the burrowers on that area then come out, and then you can hit them all. That went way better than it usually does. Beetle Blast is basically a gimme. You can Resident Sleeper this one.
There's not much to it.
Nope, you just aim at the beetles. They start coming slightly faster.
Personally, I'm just still thinking about the existential question.
Every time you beat a mission, if you try to beat it again, then it will get slightly harder. So they've got level 1, 2, and 3 versions of every mission. Each of them is more painful in different ways, depending on what the mission was. Like if it's killing enemies, usually you just have to kill a second wave of the same enemy in the same amount of given time.
Aw, you almost got into your ship.
Yeah, so the multi-ball on this table is gunship multi-ball, where you get enough balls into your ship, and then your ship spews out all the balls and you get them all over the table, and fun stuff.
Oh no. Oh no, what's wrong?
What Butt say? Anything good?
I've just sucked butt 1 year of your life. How do you butt? Thanks, Butt Spot.
Oh, I got Beetle Blast level 2 already. Alright. I'll take it. It's easy.
We're now just quoting The Princess Bride, but changing quotes to be about pinball.
I'm okay with that. Pinball. Pinball is what gathers us here together.
So there have been a lot of documentaries about Princess Diana on lately, and another one was on like the other night. My mom was watching it, and there were recordings of the marriage ceremony, and the man running it sounded essentially like source material for what the marriage guy. He sounded like he was the thing it was parodying. Without the speech impediment, it sounded like the exact same tone. I was freaking out. I was just sitting in my armchair at home like, Mama, he sounds like the guy from Princess Bride, but actually, and she's like, yeah, okay. I'm just like, but Mom, marriage is what brings us here today. She's like, okay. I'm just trying to watch things about this poor dead princess, and you're kind of making it weird. It's Metroid.
It's a Metroid.
Are you?
Metroid?
It's a Metroid.
Metroid brings us together.
Metroid is what brings us together.
It's true.
Together.
It's true. That's why we're all here.
That is why we're all here.
I love this nice little bath she's taking. She's just like, it's some me time. I'm just gonna hang out in the hot springs. I've had a rough day. Oh.
Pinball being pinball.
Pinball.
If only you were inhumanly good at being able to swipe the table.
The task run of this game is really fun to watch. It's like 5 minutes. Seriously, it's
That's
crazy.
dumb.
The task running pinball dumb idea, but it's really goofy to watch. I'd actually recommend looking it up. I recommend looking it up after you understand the mechanics of this game, because then it's even goofier. So, these guys, you might remember them from Metroid Prime, they're a lot more annoying here because they toss your ball right toward the center of the table.
That really tosses my ball.
If you drop bombs, they still pick them up though.
You kidding me?
So that's another reason why I don't like to go to this table, is because those guys will ruin your run.
I'm just gonna take some of these blankets and put them behind my back, because there's no lumbar support on this futon couch thing.
Lumbar's a bummer.
There's no
I don't want
lumbar
hurry up, I
support.
just want to leave the table.
You gotta do the escape.
Hurry up
sequence.
and leave the table.
But hurry up locks down everything until you do the hurry
When
up.
you said that, I just
There, I
pictured
did
a
the hurry
child
up.
being like, "Hey, I'm done with dinner." And they're like, "Hey, the show I want to watch is on." They're like, "Well, then hurry up and finish your dinner." They're like, "No, I just want to leave the table. I don't want to finish."
Yeah, my shots have given me a lot of Samus letters. So we're doing Beetle Blast level 3 already. Which
I
is
assume
still
that
pretty easy.
the way you leave the table is getting in your ship.
No, the way you leave the table is you hit the hologram enough until the hologram lets you leave.
But you have a spaceship.
The spaceship is where you get extra pinballs.
Yeah.
That's where the multi-ball comes from.
Hold on, what do you use your spaceship for?
Multi-balls.
Stars?
No, it's getting multi-balls.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought.
You're good.
For a moment, I was like, I can't stand in front of the TV screen because then Sterling won't be able to see. But you've got the TV screen right there in your lap.
I got my TV screen
I got
right
the
here in my
TV
pocket.
screen in
I
my
have-
lap. I got the TV screen in my lap.
I have my
whole
pocket
game in my lap.
right here in my pocket.
Yeah, I can only take one more hit. See if I can make it, guys.
Do it.
No, I messed up.
Oh, you're so close.
Oh well. I mean, there's no actual penalty to that, so I'm good.
Water ready.
Well, let's kill some Metroids first. Let's actually kill some Metroids this time. I know, right?
I guess this could be a true one.
I don't like the noise when you hit them. It's like crunchy and squishy at the same time.
Yeah, Metroids are gross.
Just, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's a big force field.
Force field, awesome. That means I can go ham without worrying.
It's bad.
Crunch.
No, it didn't give me a good shot to go ham. I mean, I only have one hit left.
Only finished the run.
Time for me to go ham. Alright, now I can leave the table. Let's go kill Thardus again.
I really wish there was something like behind me.
The Fendrana draft. Oh no. Although, Fendrana draft sounds like a really good, really cool beer.
It does.
It does.
It would be a good Metroid theme bar.
I wouldn't be
Fendrana
surprised
draft.
if there is like some Metroid game
Tokyo
here.
Drift.
Like, it's definitely unofficial, but like, I would be surprised if something like that existed.
The power bomb is a shot you probably shouldn't order.
The power bomb is just a Jaeger bomb.
Powerbomb is a shot that you can only order after closing time.
After Adam gives you permission.
Although, here's my question. In the bar, the
Thanks,
Fendrana
Triclops.
draft, is there like a section of the bar where all of the walls are stonework and called the magwork?
Somehow these got sticky. I don't like that.
Look, I just want to get up to Thardus. Why is this so hard?
It's hardest.
Game, give me control of my ball.
Oh, this is much better.
No, see, started.
Stream update. I'm comfortable.
Good.
Started with blue liquor on rocks.
Wait, why blue?
Because once you break open Tarvis's rocks,
Oh, okay, cool. It's just Mountain Dew with some ice.
A Thardus would definitely have to be a drink on the rocks, though. No question.
right. Well, actually, my thought would be
Hey.
that it would be water, and the thing that you've frozen are ice cubes made of alcohol.
That would be pretty cool.
And then you
But
add
alcohol
a-
doesn't freeze.
Right.
I mean, it would have to get really cold to freeze. At that point, it would freeze the water, and you'd have a block of weird ice.
Or are we just gonna get liquid nitrogen up in our bar?
I mean, you could.
Could. Actually, is the freezing point of nitrogen higher than the freezing point of alcohol?
Or you could make ice cube.
I honestly don't know. I'm
you
not a
could make
chemist.
ice cube like capsules.
Right. Well, actually, that would be the better way. Put the blue liquor inside a little shell of ice cream. So
Yeah,
you have
that's
to
what I
break
meant.
it open.
Yeah.
That would be a really. I think that.
And you just do one of those like you know those things that they're just like this big and it's just like a big circle, and you're apparently supposed to put it in like your whiskey so that it, I don't know, circles are cooler
Yeah,
for
whiskey stones.
alcohol or whatever. And it's like just one, and you just put the ice cube in with no liquid,
Alright,
and they have to
third
break
step.
it.
Yay!
First try.
I mean, this round first try.
First try.
First try. First try every time.
First, yeah. First
Wait,
try.
did I just go back to? I just went back to the Helena world.
Oops.
Crap. That's not what I meant to do. Now everything's harder here. I don't like that.
Dude, that lock is lit.
Lock is so lit.
Oh, can you just put it here? I have some circulation issues.
It means that it's ready to take your ball, to prepare it for multi-ball. See, ball locked, so that means if you build up enough balls locked, then multi-ball starts. I learned a lot of pinball jargon, by the way, preparing for this game. There's a lot of pinball jargon.
See, when I hear the phrase "the lock is lit," I think that like Samus's ship has provided some medicinal marijuana for her.
Nope, it's just a pinball term.
Huh. I mean, I imagine there are so.
Of course.
That's what all this litigation's been about.
Ooh, Phazon multi-ball.
Just want to play pinball.
Yeah, Phazon multi-ball is actually really cool. So basically, your multi-ball can collect balls like those orbs that you see around of the same color, but bounce aggressively off of those of the wrong color.
That's cool.
It is cool, and if you make it survive long enough, then and collect enough of those orbs, then
No.
well, you won't get to see it this time, but you get an artifact.
Yeah, neat.
Oh, that's actually super helpful, and it gave me a force field, so I will gladly take that. I gotta deal with tri-classes. I don't like this at all because it's level 2, which means that there's 2 waves of them.
I like them because they look like happy little stag beetles.
I don't like them because they kill me very easily. Nope, stop.
You know, you actually went out of your way to learn about all this stuff. When I was playing this with EMP, I basically just shouted whatever the screen was saying at me until I won.
Nah, man, I want to do this professionally. Well, not really professionally, but like, I wanted to have this, like...
A level of decorum.
Exactly! I wanted to be able to explain how this game worked to people at the
You
stream.
wanted this to be all respectable.
No.
Even though you didn't kill the Triclops, you know, they're all back.
No.
Now you lost the whole.
You have.
I hate the Triclopses, by the way.
That's another good fuck. Princess Brian Pope I can turn into a game.
It's mostly Metroid.
Pinball Dragon would be an interesting band.
Yep.
Like, would Pinball Dragon be a band that includes pinball sounds into their music?
Oh,
Pinball Jargon is a album by a band that usually does chip tunes. And that was one in which they specifically used sound bites from pinball games.
I believe it.
And the title album is Space Cadet.
Cool.
Does this game have like the power up the launching of the ball mechanic? that
No, it
Space
doesn't. It
Cadet
just
does?
fires
That
out.
was my favorite part because it
I mean,
gave you
there's-
control.
The way that these tables are set up, it doesn't really have any skill shot aspect to it for that, so I'm not... Like, it just wasn't designed into the tables. So it makes sense.
It's the super jackpot.
Enthusiastic computer voice.
She's been here all day.
The jackpot. The jackpot.
Phazon? Or can you not get a
You
phase
can't get a phase on
multi-ball?
multi-ball while you're in the middle of a gunship multi-ball. That would be very ridiculous. I would love to see that actually.
But can you get more gunship multi-balls while you're in the gunship?
You cannot.
Because that would also get ridiculous. 9 balls. Infinite balls.
Basically, I just want enough pinballs that none of them can move.
Well, you're gonna get to see the Ridley fight where you are dealing with, I believe, 6 at once,
Yeah, I think
which is actually really cool and makes a lot of sense for a pinball boss. It's just super intensive multi-ball handling.
And that's an artifact, Jeff. Never. Puns are the way of the He controls puns.
I don't want to deal with hurry up right now.
It bit you.
I blew it up, so I call that fair.
That's even.
Seems good.
You have an extra ball.
Woohoo!
I'd really love an extra ball right now.
Force
Let me tell
field,
you.
almost as good as getting an extra ball. This game's got cool music.
This game does have cool music.
it has an extension of.
Oh god, this again?
Do it this time. You can do it.
I mean, I'm certainly gonna try. It's when they split up like this that it's harder. Mostly when it like gets really fast.
Yeah.
You got beetles coming from all over the place. Level 1 and 2 I can basically do with my eyes closed. Level 3 is a little more challenging. Just because the final rush just lasts so long.
Oh man, you haven't done it long.
Gundam Versus looks cool from what I've seen of it.
Gundam Versus?
It's the guy just mentioned it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a fighting game. I think if I'm remembering right, unless I might be thinking of the Gundam Dynasty Warriors game.
There we go.
Yay! Bless you.
Make what? I don't know. What do you mean?
It is a fighting game.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 million points.
Nice.
So that means I get an extra ball. So extra balls are at 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, and 50 million points. I don't know what it is beyond 50 million points.
It's a fighting game that takes place on sort of open maps. Are the inputs like traditional fighting game inputs, or is it like funky stuff?
Somewhat open map, but I
Yeah.
imagine not. I imagine it's probably something closer to Power Stone.
Maybe, yeah.
I was thinking more custom robot.
Or Budokai Tenkaichi. It's a Dragon Ball fighting game series.
I need to say, I love to play more custom robot.
No.
I played that game as a kid. I loved it.
I remember you did get pretty into custom robo.
It
Our
existed.
house, Matt and I's housemate Dave is in chat, and he's been playing a lot of custom robo lately.
Hi, Dave.
Ooh, another extra ball.
Yeah. I mean, once you get all the artifacts, which I think I've done, they just start giving you extra balls. No, I've still got 3 artifacts to go. Well, I still do need to go to the base online.
And there's an extra ball just right there.
That's the extra ball I got for 2 million points. So, this run, it's getting salvaged.
Hey, another artifact.
Hi, hello. Not a clue. It's not like Tekken. Yeah, it's a large map to play with. Yeah. All units in the game have their cannon weapons. That's neato.
So can I play as the Gundam Death Scythe and kill people with the giant laser scythe?
That'd
If
be-
so, I'm super down because the Gundam Death Scythe.
Can I play as the bear guy?
Is there a Gundam that was a bear?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I built one.
You built a bear?
One of the bear Gundam.
Did you go to Build a Bear Workshop? Or
No,
something? Like,
I
is that
built
how that works?
I built a bear Gundam.
Built a Bear Gundam
It's
Workshop?
got,
I built
if
a bear
I
gun.
I would be so into a bear Gundam workshop. a workshop where I could just make bear guys all day.
It happens. That one was my fault, absolutely. So, I don't blame the game for that one. Some of the ones I blame the game for probably are me too, but like, I'll blame the game anyway. That one was totally... Burrow Bash beyond level 1 is basically impossible. Because you need to make the same shot twice in a row before they burrow back. Which is really hard because the right flipper is where you make a lot of shots from, and the right flipper is basically really hard to get to easily in such a way that you can make an easy shot from it. That's one of the reasons why this table's a pain. The left flipper you get to all the time, but there's no easy way to get a nice position on the right flipper in order to get a good angle for your shot. Basically, I just need to burn out the timer because I'm probably not gonna actually complete this. Or I just deal with that, and now you deal with Beetle Burrow, whatever again.
Or you can go on the arrow.
Well, if I fire at the arrow, I'm gonna end up in here. There was no easy way around that.
I've never watched much of a Gundam series, but I like the model kits.
I mean, that's fair.
I've been told
they
to
get really cool designs.
They do. I've been told to watch Iron-Blooded Orphans.
I was trying to remember the name of that, but all I could think of was Iron-Jawed Angels, which is an HBO movie about suffragettes.
That's still a cool name.
It's a very good movie, also.
I believe that.
But because it's about suffrage, there's always a force-feeding scene, which makes me sick.
Oh.
Because that's the thing that happened once they got in prison, because they want to never strike.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
and
that.
And it's in both Iron-Jawed Angels and then the new suffragette movie, although that one's about British suffrage. But, of course, both of them have the obligatory you're on a hunger strike scene, so I'm there in the theater like, I know what happens, you don't have to show me. But, yeah. I am going to orphans.
Just went off a little bit, that's fine. That's fine.
I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes and essentially like, this is an interesting concept, but the like hook is Gundam and I don't need that personally. I would just enjoy this narrative without the hook. So the fact that like that's the selling point and I don't need it means it's a bit more than I would want there, so I didn't really feel compelled to do more just because it's not like my game.
Yeah.
So you saw me hit Special Collected. Special does nothing but give you 50,000 points.
Oh.
I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be back in a short while.
I think the appeal of Iron-Blooded Orphans for Gundam fans, this is just what I've been told, is that the weapons are like practical, quote unquote. So they're not using like giant laser cannons yet.
Yeah, it was very cool also because it felt less like look, suddenly you have mechs. More like, look, these people are mechanics and they made a machine.
Right.
And that was weird. And then also suddenly they were in space and I was like, this happens.
It's pinball.
Oh, that was the run.
Thanks, Metroid.
Bye-bye, run.
Yeah, that was the run. I got almost 3 million points.
That sucks.
So
Sorry.
I died, yeah.
Sorry.
You beat one of my high scores.
I did beat one of your highest scores. Let's see.
Talisman Ace, would you recommend Build Fighters?
This is a
But
But
But is your 9th best score.
Wow.
Alright. Let's do this again.
GG indeed,
Let's try again.
There's so many games that I want.
Are any of them Metroid Prime Pinball?
no, not right.
I do kind of. This is kind of neat.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is
It
fun.
just
I
looks
will give
incredibly
you that.
frustrating.
It's incredibly frustrating only if you're trying to beat it. It's a little hard.
Yeah, if you're just like relaxing, like let me knock back a game of Metroid Prime Pinball.
It's great.
Great.
It's incredible.
I would like to keep this in front of an audience right there.
It's a little stressful.
Can someone enjoy Build Fighters if they don't have a lot of experience with Gundam?
Yes, because Build Fighters is just is like a bunch of hobbyist Gundam makers.
Yeah, and they all fight, right?
Yeah.
It's like literally fighting with model kits.
Yep. I mean, granted, I've only watched the first episode.
Where's Brian?
He disappeared into the air.
I miss him.
Space pirates? Oh no!
Where did he go?
Whee!
That's why a lot of people at the beginning are like, man, I don't like the Pirate Frigate table. Just straight in. That was kind of how I started until I realized the much more numerous and hard to deal with frustration.
I almost asked what we were going to do for dinner. Then I remembered.
It's the donation incentive pizza.
If you'd like to add a topping to the donation incentive pizza,
Or remove a topping from the donation incentive pizza.
you can pay to negate the donations from a donation.
So are we doing
incentive
donation
topping.
incentive pizza and another pizza?
No, it's only donation incentive pizza.
So,
I mean, I just don't think one pizza is going to beat all of us.
Well, we will get multiple donation incentives.
Okay, that's fine. I just don't want to be
We are only
shortchanged.
eating pizza of the donation.
I just don't want to be
incentive variety.
shortchanged on pizza.
so I have a big question.
All right.
Say I wanted to donate $10 to remove the bread portion of the pizza. What would we be getting?
You cannot order a pizza without dough on basically any.
Right. The only conditions on the donation incentive pizza is we have to be able to order this pizza.
Hey, Brian.
Where have you been? I've missed you.
Come on, extra ball. Yeah,
Extra ball. Join us. There's pinball here.
It's so warm.
It is warm.
It's a worm in here.
Doug beat this in sub 4 hours.
Tony Doug built this in a cave. A box of scraps.
We were also talking about Gundam.
Oh.
Because one guy's getting
built that in a cave with a box of scraps.
Not yet.
That'd be very funny.
Because one of the I think it's Talisman Ace is getting Gundam versus.
We can't
Is that a
make
video
it.
game?
Yeah, it sounds like a. What was it
I
called?
should have tilted.
What was it called? Was it Custom Robo?
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit like Custom Robo, but more fighting game-esque.
Are you putting another hat on my hat?
Yes.
Nested hats.
And I just
Everybody
want
wants
to
a
say,
hat for their hat.
Everyone's crazy about a
Plus that
Shrek
four heads
hat.
on the real
for
head.
a lot of games that are coming out soon, like the Seven Deadly Sins game, or there's a Seven Deadly Sins game, like from the anime.
What kind of game is it?
It looks like a fighter.
Alright.
No, it looks like kind of Dynasty Warriors, but I haven't seen that much of the gameplay. It just looks like this is a good interpretation of the source material.
Okay.
Like the animation looks real cool.
Who's the girl that gets big?
She is.
She is big.
She is big.
She's a giant.
Who is it?
Diane.
Is she not a sin?
Yes, she is.
Which one is she?
The sin of being Diane.
Greed, I think.
Okay.
No, Bonnie's Greed.
'Cause
I don't remember.
Because I was gonna say like that seems a little busted. A Dynasty Warriors game where you're that big,
Where you can get big, or where you can be big.
or you're always big.
Well, I forget what the gameplay is exactly, but it's a retelling of the story.
I don't care about the hurry up. I would remove the hurry
Hurry
up
up
from this
and-
game if I had the opportunity. I did get it, and I actually got the artifact from that, so that played out in my favor, but most of the time it just screws me over. Because it locks out anything that I want to do on the table.
I'm gonna get some Mountain Blue because I have become sleepy.
Some Mountain Dew. How have you become sleepy? It's only 4:30 p.m.
The other big game that I'm kind of interested in is they're re-releasing the entire Dot Hack GU trilogy in one PS4 game, and I'm interested because I
Scooby Thardus again.
want to relive my emo days.
I don't think those games are very good.
Well, that's the thing is I have the first 2 Dot Hack games, and I think they're not great, but like there's definitely something in there. And like I want to see if Dot Hack GU fixes anything. Because like I played the original, like there's no way that they haven't at least tried to fix something, it's just how successful it is. And really I want to know the reason why every single teenager from that era has a MMO character named Haseo.
It's because they like Dot Hack.
It's the protagonist's name.
Yeah, I
He's-
know.
Yeah.
You said I want to know why, and I said it's because they
Oh,
like Dot
I knew
Hack.
him as. I thought Kite.
Yeah.
Oh, is that his actual name?
No.
Kite's his character name.
No. In the
Man,
first
we're a bunch of
Dot
weebs.
Hack, he's a character named Kite, but as a result of the events of Dot Hack, he forgets his character Kite and does not re-entered the game because his parents are scared. Because as it turns out,
Yeah.
a game where you can actually go unconscious.
People
for
die when
life,
they are killed.
Like, not exactly one that you want your child playing. But then he rediscovers it sometime in like college, and because he's an old player, he has old player special magic or something.
Video games suck.
And he decides to go with the totally full name Paseo.
Doesn't he just have the bracelet that messes stuff up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he still have that?
Well,
that was
it's a part of his character now.
okay. Because man, the stream has no context for this. All right. Having a side conversation about dot hack.
It's okay, because you see, Samus actually lives in Dotnet.
That would be very funny if Samus was just an incredibly overpowered MMO character from an anime.
Select destination.
Is it?
Although, I do kind of wish that this took place in the Star Ocean universe, because that would mean weird implications that I don't ever really like. Like, I'm on my edge, really desperately wanting to discuss it with people, but it's a super spoiler, and so I don't actually.
Cool story, Nate.
Does the gold saucer in Final Fantasy XIV have pinball?
No.
It should.
It should.
It would have pachinko, if anything.
Yeah, and it was just not as cool as pinball.
No.
Can someone tell Sterling to live in the database? Sure. Yeah. Sterling, you should watch Locker Rising.
Yes, I should. Sure, whatever.
It's got a burger economy.
It does have. It's a show about burger economy.
I'll be back. Try not to do anything too crazy while I'm gone. Like beat pinball, yeah.
You just sit around for long enough and you get an artifact.
No, I did a loop around the inside of that thing
Oh, okay.
enough times. If you do that enough, then you get an artifact.
That's cool.
Yeah, even the boss tables have a way to get an extra artifact. So in Thardis's, if you destroy enough icicles, you get an artifact. Come on, extra ball. Nope. I mean, that's actually super useful, though. Combat ready. Very, very handy. So I'm blowing out his... With the missiles, I'm actually blowing out his armor, which means that he takes more damage from my ball.
Oh, cool.
Which is actually really cool. He needs some time to recharge. See?
Nice.
It took like a bajillion damage from that hit.
He takes more damage from my ball is a sentence that I love.
Select destination.
Never tell you guys
Me
about
too.
the time I played the tabletop RPG system Ninja Burger.
No.
And I unironically uttered the sentence, I have dealt 6 hamburger damage to you.
That sounds silly.
Level 1.
Sounds like a good game.
It's a great system.
I tried to get these guys to blow up an airship, and they didn't in one of our D&D campaigns.
Oh yeah.
How would we have blown up the airship?
There would have been a lot of very easy ways to blow up the airship if you actually cared to, but you just weren't interested.
Nah.
I mean, that's fine. It ended up being really interesting anyways.
Yeah.
I was just kind of amused, because I set up 2 distinctive ways that you could have destroyed the airship.
Huh.
Right, didn't you have like a whole bunch of explosives?
No, there weren't any explosives. One would have been to crash land, and one would have been to wreck the engine room enough that it blew itself up.
Oh, okay.
Recharge.
Missile recharge. Thanks for letting me use missiles, game.
Yeah, it's not super useful. Not in this case, anyways.
First try.
That's, I think, 7.
Yeah, this will be 8.
That's great.
Nice of it to give you the screw attack.
Yes, that would be a little more challenging without it.
Oh no.
Flash.
Yeah, that mode's like the Resonant Sleeper. I got this super easy artifact.
Pew pew. You're getting close?
I mean, kinda. I'm still on only 1 ball left, so that's not
Ooh,
great.
that's true.
You still are the final ball.
I mean, if I get up to 2 million, then I'll get another one. And I'm not too far from that.
Okay.
Try not to die in space.
Careful with that ball, Eugene.
It's good advice.
Jackpot grows.
It does grow. This stage is actually fantastic for building up your bounty multiplier. If you get your bounty multiplier up to 10 times, then you actually get an artifact from that.
Oh, wow.
And that's the maximum that you can get your multiplier built up. Because this one only has two spots. And it's pretty easy to guess which one it's going to go in, so and you can use your flippers to change which one's lit up.
Oh, okay.
That's the same with all of them, but instead of rotating, in this case, you're only just swapping between two, so it's even easier.
This is a retelling of Metroid Prime, but it uses the Metroid Prime 2 multiplayer music.
I just noticed that. This did come out after Prime, too.
Oh no.
Super jackpot.
That gives me an artifact.
Doesn't give you a ball, though.
No. I hate the hurry up.
Hurry up. Onboarding.
Did I
You're
get
almost at
okay,
2
I got the
million,
artifact.
How many artifacts is that?
Now you have an
That
extra
is 11
ball.
artifacts.
Also, you got the extra ball.
You didn't get the extra ball. Oh, no, there it is.
It's right there.
Luck, isn't
Oh, you
it?
have to, like, pick it up.
Yeah.
Ball.
Sometimes you don't have to. Like, if you get it from the points that you died on, that you, like, get on death, then you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I just want to hit the Triclops thing. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's not die.
When you have
There's nothing you can do.
It just spits you
sometimes,
right down.
sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
I hate that. I wicked hate that.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think this game is incredibly stressful to actually try to beat on stream? This is why I have a very strong love-hate relationship with this game. It's got a lot of very cool stuff. It's got a lot of very not cool stuff.
You're at what? How many artifacts now? 10?
11.
11.
Ooh.
So this one's actually not too hard to do. Just need to kill these two Metroids and I get an artifact.
Alright.
Try not to die.
I'm doing my best. Ooh. So if you go really slowly by a Metroid, then it'll grab you, and then I can just... cost a health, but then I can just bomb it, and it takes the damage, and 3 hits and it dies. So, alright, and there's the last artifact.
Get an extra ball.
It'd be really great if I got that. No,
No.
that's the
Big
least useful
points.
one.
Large points.
They're just so physically huge.
Just unbearably big.
Alright.
Destination.
Go into the file.
Artifact Temple. Alright. So this is the fight against Ridley. It's a crazy multi-ball shenanigan thing. It's great.
Artifact.
This is actually probably my favorite part of the game, but it's very hard.
Oh, okay. Extra ball at 5 million points.
So you see all those slots?
Uh-huh.
You gotta get your multi-ball in all of those slots.
Okay.
While Ridley's blowing up your balls.
Oh dear.
Come on, I just gotta get in the center first. Please, game. Please, game.
This music is super cool though.
It is. There we go. Alright.
Talismanus says, I swear Nintendo made a pinball game of all their flagship series.
They didn't make a Zelda pinball.
Yeah, no, it's just Mario and Metroid as far as I know. Okay.
I don't know about a Zelda pinball.
No, I don't believe there is one.
That would be pretty cool. I'd play that.
Oh, there is a Kirby pinball.
Oh, that's... Wait, was that technically a pinball game? I thought it was like just a motion controlled... Like Kirby's Tilt and Tumble? Was that what it is?
No. Kirby...
Is there an actual Kirby
Land.
Pinball? Oh.
No, I'm thinking of Mario Pinball Land. I'm pretty sure there was a Kirby Pinball game.
Okay.
But I might be wrong.
Final level?
It's very likely that
Not the final level. This is the next to final level. I still gotta beat
Alright.
Metroid Prime.
Alright.
I think we might have drank it all.
No, it's there. It
So
exists.
if you hit that button up in the very top center of this stage, then you actually get a new ball.
Oh, cool.
You can only get a maximum of 6, though. Also, I think
Ever or at a time?
at a time.
Okay.
So this part's really cool because it actually feels like a proper pinball final boss.
Yeah.
It makes sure that you understand all of the concepts of pinball.
Alright. I mean, on here so I can see this room, but...
Hang out in the corner here. Or over there, that works too.
This is much easier to get to.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one left. Hopefully Ridley doesn't blow it up.
Your pinball looks very, Prime 3.
No! So you don't actually lose a life when you do this, but you do need to go back to another place and then get back.
And then
to
come
here,
back here.
which is frustrating, and I'll probably die. But let's.
You have a level 1 Talon Overworld.
I'd rather-
And a
Level up
level
your
1 Pirate
pinball?
Frigate.
Basically, it tells you how difficult it is. I actually think Fendrana Drift might be the way to go here. Beat Thardus again, so I can easily get here.
Vendrana, Drift,
We'll see
Collect
how it
extra
goes.
balls.
Final,
I see Buttspot say things, and I've been using the Cloud to Butt extension for so long that I basically internalized the word butt as cloud. Thanks, Thardus.
Thanks, Thardus.
Thardus. Wait.
Thardus, famed Beppis.
I think Thardus might be a Beppis.
See, I was thinking, like, is Thardus' brother Zardos?
What?
Oh.
Thardus backwards, and well, there's my game.
So,
Because sometimes it's just pinball.
Your James over.
All right, I think I'm gonna give this one more solid attempt before just doing. Before just doing a table exhibition.
Alright.
Because there's only one table left I need to show off, and that's the Impact Crater. So I'm gonna do one more solid attempt, and we're gonna do the Impact Crater.
One way or another.
One way or another, I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff here. Because this is a cool game, it's just frustrating.
this is a cool game, but it was very clearly not made for runners.
No.
It's great for tassers.
Yeah, the TaskBot run is super fun to watch. It's wacky. It takes like 5 minutes and they beat the game.
Wasn't that this remix of Metroid music in Smash Bros?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It does sound like it.
I think it was in Brawl.
Yeah?
Well, we've got a whole bunch of nerds in a room playing video games. We're kind of exactly the target audience.
Do we have any branded corn chips?
I would consume a chip.
You know, we say branded, but I kind of forget that that's originally a term used to like indicate who owned a cow.
Yeah.
Like it's branding as a way of indicating that you made a specific product is just kind of an analogy.
Right.
Yep.
But
Like you burned your mark into your chips.
right, but I have completely forgotten that, or like I lost the association of the analogy a long time ago.
I don't like that pinball tables always have the bit where your ball can just go and you lose.
Yeah. I mean, that's why there's kickback here. So
Yeah, but not anymore.
not anymore because I use both of them because the bumpers just bumped it there and there's
Right.
nothing I could do about it.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried to recreate a video game pinball stage in actual pinball form.
I believe it.
Metroids and all.
with some alien parasites.
Yeah.
I wonder if the song was made for Brawl and used in pinball or vice versa.
Porque no las dos?
Well, what it's
Actually,
worth,
that doesn't work
it's
like
the
that.
Brimstar theme is just super metal remix.
Right. But it was in.
It's conceivable that both of them took Brinstar and sort of did a emulation of it.
It sounds too similar
Yeah,
to the one used in
it's-
Smash Bros.
In Smash Bros, it has narration over it.
Yeah.
But it is that it's.
Because
I'm
people
certainly
thought that was
hearing the
good.
same one.
Is the narration a dude reading a story from the Metroid game?
In like a super distortion pedal? No, it's not. Because that was awesome. No, it's actually like really cheesy movie trailer voice.
Yeah.
Well, this game came out before Brawl did, so.
So yeah, I guess Brawl used the Metroid Prime Pinball version of the Brinstar theme.
That's very funny.
Come on, extra ball.
I always assumed
That'd
it
be
was
great.
just one of the 100 billion songs made for Brawl, which has only been bested in its song like quantity by Smash 4.
Yeah.
Smash 4 really does feel in a lot of ways like a we're done making the series because we put everything you could possibly put into a game in this game.
Yeah.
But what will the Switch Super Smash Bros. be?
Hopefully just that one again. I like that one.
Or just.
And I just want to give Sakurai a vacation.
I'm okay with there never being another Smash Bros. Game.
No, I'm saying is just I would like it if Super Smash
if
Bros.
Smash
4
4
Wii U got a Switch port,
Absolutely.
but I
That'd be
wouldn't
great.
need that port to do anything.
Except for support GameCube controllers.
Yes. I mean, that's a given.
See, personally, I believe that the best way to play Super Smash Bros. Is with the original N64 controller, but that's just me.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
like that-
weird.
I like it as a controller.
Yeah.
I kind of like the multi-hand mode thing is cool.
And I have seen many more people making fun of the N64 controller recently than I ever did when it was like a current console. Or even like just in the past few years, people have been like, "Oh man, the N64 controller is so bad. You're supposed to have 3 hands to use it."
It's like, no.
What are you talking? Have you ever used one? Like,
The only time I ever used the left and center as the controller was for one mini game in Pokemon Stadium
okay.
when you have to fling Ekans around the Diglets.
Oh, I remember that game.
Other than
Yeah.
that, I never ever used it. I played the minigame collection of Pokemon Stadium about 100 times more than the actual Pokemon.
Oh yeah, me
Battle
too.
part.
I still love the little sushi minigame. That's great.
Oh, the one with Lickitung?
Yeah.
Ta-dang. Or the Magikarp jump that spawned an entire mobile game.
If they
Hey,
built
there's an extra ball.
You can sit here.
Yeah, my spots.
Thanks, Space Pirate Missiles. I don't want hurry up. Nobody ever wants hurry up.
WarioWare, hurry up!
That's Wario Land.
Sorry.
Does it hurry up pause the timer of the...
No, it doesn't. It's just you can't see it anymore.
Alright, phase on multi-ball.
So I've got Hurry Up, Phase On Multi-Ball, and the Space Pirate Panic all going on at once.
You've got Hurry Up, Phase on Multi-Ball, and Giddy Up. Those are all very
Why do you really need a butter?
I just took triple aspirin when I swallowed it. I think it's gonna work still.
It will prevent you from having a heart attack.
2 activated aspirin.
now it is inert.
It's okay as long as your stomach chews it. You're fine.
You
Your
know, all
stomach
those
has
teeth
teeth,
in your
right?
stomach.
That
Close to avoid the mic. There we go.
That'd
Oh,
be real
I see
cool
why
if
Matt's
you-
no longer sitting here. This is the worst place to. You
I
took.
love that scene.
Well, I set this up to support my back, so if you want it back. No.
I am genuinely
yeah.
impressed how long this multi-ball has gone.
No, I mean like they're set up perfectly.
I'm genuinely impressed by this
for
pirate's
spot.
dodging ability.
MLG
So
Pirate.
we wanting to
Screw
switch
this
spots,
pirate.
but we do not have.
Aw, alright. You almost got the artifact on him.
Did.
7 seconds.
Well, that number has been shown.
There we go.
goes.
Ah, with just a couple seconds to spare.
Thanks. Oof, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. Apologies to everyone listening.
Alright, Pete headphones.
Oh, my headphones.
No, I wanted to get
You
the.
ripped them.
No,
Hurry up.
It feels weird being essentially behind the
wonderful
poster.
thing about
Yeah.
is
Also, like, I
Ridleys are
can
wonderful
feel the
things.
warm air that's
Their
going through
tops
here.
are made
Tops
of.
are made
It's
of
slightly
metal,
different.
And their bottoms are made out of metal.
Their bottoms are made out of metal, and their tops are made out of wings.
But the most wonderful thing about being Ridley is I'm the only one.
Insert Ridley screen.
Can we get a Metroid Fusion Ridley screen? That's the best Ridley screen.
It is.
No.
Rip.
You know, if you put that in chat, I will definitely make an animation about it.
Will it be a high school robotics club level animation?
Probably, yes.
Were you in the high school robotics club?
Yep.
Nerd.
Oh yeah, that guy who taught that I work with him now.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about
Mr. Kelly
sort of high
Yeah.
school video editing,
works at this
well,
moment.
those fairly limited field,
Oh.
is you and I
Cool. I don't visually
made a video
remember Mr.
together in a
Kelly, but I
history
remember
class,
liking him. I think.
that you did all the pictures
really
for,
chill teacher.
and the background
He had a
music
mustache.
was a
He had,
song
like,
from
close
Haruhi
crop
Suzumiya.
black hair.
And our professor didn't know its origin and thought it was a real
Short
banger.
guy.
Maybe I'll just watch it later.
That's very
Like,
fun.
I'm
It
getting
was
all of the
really
things, but he's
funny.
not like clicking.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Well, I
I'm
mean,
picturing
it was like
it accurately,
background
but not
music from the
remembering
show.
it.
Look up
Oh.
the picture.
Oh yeah. Well, the background music for Haruhi Suzumiya is great.
Yeah, it is great. He wasn't wrong. It was just funny.
Yeah. It's like, you like anime music.
He was a real dude bro of a teacher, too.
You're thinking about Angel Beats with the emoji.
Bangle.
I don't know, does that meme work if the letter that it's replacing is a B?
Wait, there's a
Yeah, there's bonus.
Ah.
name? The
Or
B?
Bamco.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is.
Oh, it got real pinball up in here.
It's the one true ball.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I met him. I think I just heard a lot of him.
Still no game called Metroid Mania.
When a
No, it's Metroid
pair
Dread
of-
when.
a pair of indie developers make a Super Metroid style Metroid game.
Yeah, Metroid Mania. And then Knuckles shows up.
Metroid Mania and Knuckles.
Featuring Knuckles from the Devil May Cry series.
That would be awesome.
I hope the newest Devil May Cry game does have a Knuckles.
Featuring Knuckles from the
They make
Eggman
another
May Cry
Devil May Cry
series.
game.
I'm glad you laughed, Meredith.
Guys, Brian made a funny joke.
Yeah, what was the funny joke, Brian?
I said featuring Knuckles from the Eggman May Cry series.
Told you it was
What's
funny.
this May nonsense?
Eggman, who is currently crying.
Did you see? There was a tweet a long time ago of "I only have 2 moods," and it was Eggman from the Sonic comics saying "I am the angriest man alive," and also Eggman saying "Ooh, the pizza must be good."
I've seen that.
I heavily identify.
Eggman, the king of town.
I am a big fan of Pride and Prejudice and Knuckles. Which I guess is a thing you could make as soon as Knuckles also goes into the public domain.
When does Knuckles go into the public domain?
Once
so-
Walt Disney dies. Wait, hang on.
Bugspot would like to let you know about The Walking Dead and Knuckbutt.
And Knuckbutt.
Knuckbutt. Yeah.
Thank you, Buttspot.
Knuckbutt. Oh, woo.
The thing is, I hear Knuckbutt, and I just think of Nuktuk, the adventurer from Legend of Korra. The hero, Nuktuk. You okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
I think of Nuktuk as Nip Tuck, except for Sonic characters.
No.
Wasn't that an old FX show?
Yeah, about like plastic surgery. And they do plastic surgery on like babies and gorillas.
Ooh.
Because
What?
the whole point of that show is that it was crazy before cable TV was really crazy. This was when like Charmed was the height of cable TV.
Oh,
thought
my
Nick
grandfather loves Charmed. I'm not even joking.
I could have
mom loves
sworn that Nip Tuck was after that, because like Nip Tuck was new when there were like reruns of discontinued Charmed.
Is that? I thought it was either. It may have been at the end of Charm's life. Because,
Okay.
like, Charm went on for a long time.
I think we're gonna get
Yeah.
a reboot of I Dream of Jeannie.
I Didn't we already? No, that was the Bewitched movie. Sorry.
I know I've literally made this joke before, but when do we get a reboot of Reboot?
I don't know, and I hope it looks no better.
I have such nostalgia for that show. And I tried watching the first couple episodes on Cartoon Network or Netflix or something. It's bad, guys. It's a bad show.
Well,
When do we get? When do we
ran
get a
out
reboot of Code Lyoko?
we ran out of pinball.
I liked
so-
Code Lyoko.
So the only table that I didn't show you guys was the impact crater. So I'm just gonna show you that because I'm about to fill up this chat full of PJ Salt if I have to do this again.
Was this what practicing this game was like?
the
Good
name
lord.
of-
Yes,
Salt!
yes. This was me doing this for hours on end.
This is
I probably practiced this game for 50 hours total.
that's terrible.
I beat this game 8 times
Excuse
in
me.
50 hours.
so bad.
Longest Metroid game.
It could theoretically go on forever.
This looks like it's flesh.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
look, are we in a mouth?
Oh wait, I have 1 life to beat Metroid Prime if I do single table. All right.
Do it.
Yeah, the end of
Forget
Metroid
about
Prime kind of is a fleshy zone.
Okay.
Because it's
Because
space cancer.
it's sorry, I touched the mic again.
Stop doing that.
I didn't want to be in this spot, so don't blame me. It said impact crater, so I was thinking like, wow, that rock looks a lot like not rock.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cool music though.
So I need to shoot up to that glowing point in order to use the horse ball.
Oh, that seems ineffective.
Lets me not
I really like its
So I need to
animation of
knock
just
this away so that I can climb up there, but these Metroids always get in the way. Okay, that shouldn't have worked. The game just let me go past his leg, which it shouldn't have.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
I love
Thanks,
his little
Pinball.
hands.
This game provides more content than Super Metroid and is superior. Objection.
Okay, hold on.
No, you can wall jump in this game. They're like the same game.
You can wall jump in this game.
Don't talk to me about shot the tit.
The hard part about this is the Metroids that spawn in and get in your way of every single shot.
Kind of like how the hard part about the impact crater is the Metroids.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Well, first phase of the boss is
Yeah.
kind of challenging. Metroid Prime.
Yeah, it's
Superior Metroid. That's
That is
harsh words.
Okay. This is pinball. This is what practicing this was like. I practiced this game so much.
Oh my god. You get all the way through. You get 12 artifacts. You have 1 life. Pew! And it's gone.
Shot down the middle.
Most of the time I made it to Impact Crater, I was good by that point.
You have power bombs?
I do have power bombs, but that's not useful here. Only the Force Ball can actually hurt Metroid Prime in this state. Force Ball is collecting that green thing to make me glowy, and then I can hit him. If I ram him head on, then I do a bunch of damage. I can do that 3 times in order to knock him out of Form 1.
Is Hunters not a great game?
No.
It's alright.
it's fun.
Some people really hate it. I've not played it myself, but the opinion that I've generally gotten is it's fine.
The character designs are great.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about. I want to tell the chat about Dr. Alien. And this is not a great time.
I'm not sure that any discussion of that movie is stream appropriate.
Yeah, no, that's probably not a movie to talk about on this particular stream.
Or just how bad
It is too salacious.
You could talk more about an extremely goofy movie.
But that's not a bad thing.
I know, but you could still talk about it because it's a movie that we have feelings about.
Shoot the leg.
Thank you, Metroid, for getting in the way.
I so
love you for
absolutely
that.
adore his little.
Alright, cool. So I knocked him out of Form 1.
He's just like.
And now he's some goop.
Now he's some goop. And
That
now he's
looks
actually
pretty
much
cool,
more likely
actually.
to knock me right down the center. But he's no longer blocking my shot to the force ball stuff. Also, I can just hit him in the face for actual damage.
Assuming you can hit him.
Assuming I can hit him in the face.
Boink.
Extremely goofy butt fight.
An extremely buddy move.
Please give me help. Thank you.
I just sight read that as healthcare, not health recharge.
Ooh,
That could have been very bad.
Not two.
Metroids.
Oh no, Metroids. What did you do to my sweet, sweet Troids?
Oh, that's right, I do have a power bomb.
Correct.
I did a little bit of damage. Yeah.
The extremely goofy move.
That's for later. Actually, wait, no, Zero Mission already passed.
Yeah, we
I
were
slept
all
through the Doofy bug because I was very, very tired.
Yeah, I slept through both Zero Mission and Fusion.
Doofy Bug was a present for me.
Can you remind me what Doofy Bug is?
There we go.
Hey!
I beat it.
It's
First try.
First try!
Chat, if you don't give me about a bajillion first tries, I'm gonna be upset.
But yeah, it's one of the bosses from Zero Mission, and it's a very
Alright.
doofy looking bug.
And it looks like that.
Yeah.
That's
It's on our
Doofy
map.
bug. Alright, so that's Metroid Prime Pinball. I'm done. I'm gonna go scream into a pillow for about 10 minutes straight.
Oh, this game.
We're gonna get set up for...
Second
Set
try!
up. But before he plays Metroid Prime Hunters, I'm gonna very briefly play that first Hunt cartridge that I got.
Yes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, but
I really want to see
Stay
that.
tuned
Wait,
for that.
What is the first Hunt cartridge?
you'll see.
We'll talk about it.
You had the first Hunt cartridge. Here's the demo for Metroid
Oh,
Prime.
I still have that.
Mike, what's our status?
I think.
Hold on, I need to change this.
By the way, Buttspot says first butt, Sterling.
First hunt.
Are we
My other
still?
user.
Thanks,
Are
but
we on?
Yes, we
On the air?
are. We are still live. So
Okay.
you can talk to the camera and then tell me when to switch over.
Switch over whenever you
All
want
right,
to.
we're gonna switch over.
I took off my hat, but I still have a hat. I'm like Bartholomew Cubbins in that one Dr. Seuss